There we go. Welcome
Zoom
back to
has,
Canary.
yeah, in
But
all
I
of
need to get
its
a setup like that.
glory.
I just come back, I get in the shop, you know, I grab the paint roller. Um, there might be coffee roasting in the background. Hopefully people can't really hear that. But that's, we're in the fight. There's gonna be
Um,
issues like that. We're gonna get them resolved.
yeah. Happy to announce I'm online. This podcast is now brought to you in part by Sparklight. So that's the only reason I'm able to do it off my computer because we got the Wi-Fi.
Oh, nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Somehow
like.
somehow Zoom's still able to do it with just my phone. But I seriously, I apologize to everybody for uploading the episodes and stuff. I'm gonna figure out a better way to do it, but Spotify like hasn't been accepting a lot of the like I think I over edited Ready for War Joe and it
Hmm.
wouldn't accept it for some reason.
Maybe
So
copyright.
yeah, oh it could be that. But like somehow I haven't been able to get a lot of them to upload, but couple
Mhm.
months, I'm gonna buy a little whip, get a little boat, have an actual permanent setup in it. That's my plan. Have an actual microphone and everything.
Wait,
Get it.
on the boat?
Yeah,
All
that's my
right.
plan. I'm gonna get like a
Hell yeah.
30-foot little sailboat, and I'm gonna put a Starlink on it so Elon Musk can track me, and then I'm gonna all I need, little kitchen, little studio, get to work.
Could be
But
on
then
the
you have an
open sea.
escape plan when things go wrong, or you can just decide to leave and seek your fortune on the high seas.
Yeah. Start like just join a group of Somalian pirates.
Yeah. I feel like that's the next move for Atlantis too. We need to start buying cheap sailboats, fixing them up, getting our armada ready, our fleet.
Yeah. The Navy. Start the
Yeah.
Atlantis 2 Navy. It makes sense. It took too long for us to think of that though, because it's Atlantis. So you're gonna need a
Yeah.
Navy.
Um,
We haven't had a
oh,
meeting in like a long time either. We should have
yeah,
had
we do need
like four by now, all the shit that's going on.
true. I got like 2 weeks off, so I'll try to set up another meeting. Then after
Nice.
that, I should have a lot more time, like later this winter and stuff. But
Yeah. When the people needed us most,
hope
we vanished.
oh well, hopefully everybody else has a lot more time too, and we'll make it happen. The
Yeah.
other thing I want to do is like um do like some Congress meetings like we've been doing, but then also do like a wider meeting where people can just like call into or whatever. Just post the
Yeah.
same link and then like anybody can come on, give us their
Yeah.
schemes or whatnot.
Yeah. We'll just post it.
Yeah.
It's a good
Because
idea.
there's like, yeah. Um, actually, I don't know how you'd set that up, but we'll figure it out. Um, the other thing I was thinking about, have you ever checked out Discord?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think that's like gamer team speak.
Yeah, but compared to Reddit, I feel like it would work way better. So I might be switching Atlantis to I mean, maybe we'll still have a Reddit, but I feel like Discord makes way more sense for us.
Yeah. That's
Because you
what
can do it.
I had it once because some like Kenny Beats, the producer, had like a Discord where like people would just talk about like music and send in samples and stuff. So
Hmm.
I think yeah, it's like interactive. Like you'd have like a huge group chat.
Yeah.
And
Because then, like,
Reddit, I feel
yeah,
like
there could be
Reddit
like
people are antisocial. They just hate.
true.
It's haters.
People are like always, there's Reddit's like, I feel like most of Reddit is very left leaning and like
Yeah.
angry.
They're just like maniacs. They're so full of themselves.
Yeah.
you can't ask a question because they'll be like, how did you not know that?
Yeah.
But I don't
Discord,
know.
like everybody can just be in a group chat, but then you can also have like posts kind of, and then
Yeah.
have like meetings too, like on I don't know if you can record them, but you can like set up a meeting or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I've
then you
seen them
have,
do that before. You can do just like like a bunch of people in a video call and just record it. Just it's pretty
um,
much like as like Zoom.
yeah,
Zoom and Discord aren't that different. Like if you work at like an office, you're probably in a Zoom group chat with a bunch of people that you have like meetings with and stuff. So I think that's a
yeah,
good idea. I like it.
nice. Oh yeah, because the other thing is we can split it up in different sections. Like you have Atlantis 2, you know, principles for the country, Agenda 2030, um,
Yeah.
and then we have like schemes, you know.
The revolution
Yeah,
2030.
that's something I want to start. I haven't written it out yet, but agenda we need to have our own Agenda 2030. You know how the World Economic Forum is like by 2030 we want to redo the banking system. We gotta have our own
Yeah.
goals, put them out there. Like we're trying to buy. That's so far all we got, or
I'm trying to buy Twitter back.
buy Twitter
I think
and
if you own
I
Twitter, you have the Trump card. You have that's the best card is owning Twitter right now.
probably, especially with what it could turn into.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
gonna
that's
turn
what
in it's turning into 4chan, dude. It's not good.
it's gonna turn into 4chan. But then like, also Elon wants it to be like, from what I've heard, he's like, this will be the one. It'll be the one app to rule them all. You're gonna have like
Yeah.
there. You're gonna have it Twitter. You're gonna have, be able to like order a Tesla to drive you around. It's gonna have everything.
Dude. And then I swear to God, MindLink, the Neuralink, is gonna have Twitter pre-installed. It's not gonna be an option. It's just gonna be like a standard.
And then it'll just upload your thoughts directly to Twitter.
So by 2030, Elon's gonna be the Green Goblin. He's gonna be everyone's gonna be trying to undercut him and kick him out, and he's gonna go evil. And so that would be our time to swoop in and capitalize on his advancements and what he has in store.
Yeah,
We got a Zuckerberg Elon out of Twitter.
true. Yeah, I don't know if we want to. This is a good thing to think about, though. Do we want to steal or make our own Twitter? Not steal it, we'd buy it, but, or do we want to ban Twitter in Atlantis too? Everything else is, we're just banning Twitter.
If you can own it, you can control it. So I would say like it'd be easier to ban. Like if you get the rights to Twitter and just like, okay, we're shutting down the next day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It uh just swallow Twitter and all of its subsidiaries. I don't
yeah.
know. I haven't thought exactly 2030 yet. I'm not as much of a visionary.
I think I haven't either, but then I don't know how we came up with it. Or wait, so I was on the, every time I do a trip, I like try to make a pitch at the end to like
Mhm.
join us in the glorious future.
Yeah.
Um, and I've only gotten through to a few people, I think. You know, many are called, Lord, few are really chosen. And I used to go, maybe I'm not doing the pitch right, but I think what really happened is we're getting the right people. So
Yeah.
we got about four people I know are following seminary, and that we will have those people on the meeting. They're the chosen ones,
Yeah. This is a
and
cult. This is a cult.
well, I don't know.
It's not
I don't know if we should say that.
they're
So
not
that
they're not fans, they're followers. They're children.
they're members. How about
Yeah.
that? You're a member of Atlantis too. You're not a follower.
You're
because no one's leading this. We're just setting this up. We're just on
Yeah.
a mission. We were just sent here and given this mission from God to help set this up, helps
Okay.
get this ball rolling. That's how
Yeah.
that's how I view this. Agenda 2030 so far that we've planned out is just we're trying to buy a couple islands, enough islands for all the members,
Mhm.
and you know, get the Renaissance going. Get the
I
whatever
think it
you
would
call
be,
it.
yeah. That's a good point though.
Get all
The
our boats out
Renaissance.
there. Get our pigs and our some trees out there. We'll be
Hmm.
set.
Well, it'll just be like back to Mesopotamia for a little bit, but we'll work our way back up as many civilizations do.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how to irrigate. We'll do some farming, and then in a couple years we're gonna have bronze tools. All right, because
Then we'll just build pyramids.
yeah, we'll
We need to
create
have big.
we'll create a new religion like they did back then.
That's the other thing. Should we allow old religions in, or do we have to say you can create whatever religions you want?
It just depends. You got to do a workaround. You got to whatever's still standing, you got to accept as truth. You know what I mean? Like if the pyramids are still there, you got to be like, all right, it really was the age of Horus, the Aeon of Horus. So, you know what
Oh,
I
that's.
mean?
I feel like this was all prophesized. I feel like I need
Yeah.
Book of the Law and all that other stuff again. But it
Mhm.
does say somewhere in there, find ye an island and
Mhm.
fortify it with the dungery of war. So I think we're on the right path. And
It's a
someone's
good,
supposed to do this.
that's a good mindset to have.
Yeah,
So be prepared.
exactly. Get your
But
Actually, I don't know how excited I am about silver sometimes anymore. I'm
about the,
excited about it as our currency, but as far as just
I keep
selling it
getting,
in a year, I don't know.
I keep hearing radio ads about the price of gold going up.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know if it's such a good investment. And also, this guy's buying. I didn't get his name, but on the radio ad, he was buying people's like gold teeth that died and stuff like that. Or like if you want to get rid of your gold teeth, you could give them to him.
Yeah.
It was a very strange ad. It didn't feel like real. I feel like I feel like that's a 2030 problem. Is like scavenging gold teeth.
I mean, a tooth is like worth a lot. Like you get a
Yeah,
couple, you got an ounce of gold, you got probably at least 2,400 bucks right now.
yeah. Some guy was telling me that he was like panning for gold up in the mountains.
Yeah. So sometimes I do like day trips, just like right down North Fork.
Hmm.
The there's like an old gold mine we stop at, and the guy that owns it, um, he like has it set up so you can like people can like pan and I used to like never find anything. Past couple times, I don't know if he put new dirt in it because he gets it like from where he dug his well, but I found like decent little flakes in it.
Nice.
I kind of want to go in and take a month, really, really go in, start shoveling it, get a
Really breathe in the sulfur.
yeah, melting it down. I don't know how much you can get for unpure, I don't know what the word is, impure gold, but
Yeah, it's not
it
like
could be worth it.
processed.
Yeah.
It's not formatted right. We need an ingot.
Still though, it's like an ounce of gold is only I don't know how big that'd be, a size of a quarter or something.
An ounce of gold, yeah. That's a
Oh
huge
wait, it'd
industry,
be
dude.
it'd be bigger than that, but yeah,
I mean, it's not something that hasn't worked. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like everyone's been trying to get gold since they found out the hills have them.
yeah,
Like there's still gold mines everywhere,
yeah.
but I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I saw a video of some like a guy walking into an old mine shaft.
Mhm.
Definitely not built for people anymore, dude.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
when they were built, they had like Chinese toddlers getting the gold. And so
Yeah.
it wasn't even big in the first place. Now it's all caved in. It's kind of hard to maneuver.
And they didn't like the one we do the tour at doesn't have any supports or anything. People were
Yeah.
just more expendable at that time. Or
See,
actually, it was probably solid rock, so they weren't that worried about it. But it's like caved in a couple spots.
yeah. They're deep too, dude. They're really in the earth.
Yeah,
That must be terrifying
yeah.
to be in a cave at all.
With the little candle, some dynamite, just waiting for your canary to die.
What?
So you know the term the canary in the coal mine.
No.
So like if you get back super far in the earth, there's like not enough oxygen. There's like different gases and stuff. I don't know how it all works, but so you can just
Oh,
like suffocate and you like won't realize it.
that
Um,
makes sense.
so they take a canary back with them because the canary will die first, and then they'll know they got to get out of the mine. So that's the term where the term came from, canary in the coal mine.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Something
Anyway,
about something about miners in Nicaragua, they mine coal
mhm.
and they like pray to the devil like
What?
before they go in the mine. They pray in the they're like on the surface we pray to God, but in here we have to pray to the devil because it's his territory.
Once you get towards the bottom,
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, like once you get deep enough, they're like it's his territory. We gotta
yeah,
be chill.
hmm,
But that's so crazy. You'd rather do that instead of just like choose another job. I don't know.
yeah.
Probably
I don't know.
probably
You
not a lot of options.
probably don't have a lot of options, or you're like you
It's
get
good money. It's
you
good
get the
money.
you get the bug, and you're just like, I need more shiny metal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just keep buying silver. That way I don't try to like invest my money or spend it. I know I can
Mhm.
just buy another kilo, save
Yeah.
up, buy another kilo, and then I'll bring it in and sell it if I actually need to buy something.
It's not even like you're spending money. You're just making
Yeah,
it. It's
just
like printing
saving it.
money.
Yeah.
But
What else? Oh, as far as investments go, um, I just want to say to everyone, I've talked a lot about investing on the podcast. I don't know what I'm doing. I
yeah,
just want to make that clear, but we are gonna stay focused. We are gonna have a section for it on the Discord. We are gonna have some ideas on there and we get
it's like
more
I
organized with it.
it's like we talked about it, you listened. All right. You didn't have to do any of
Yeah,
that. We say that in like every episode. It's like this, it's your choice
yeah.
what you get into.
I kind of feel like that's how everything should be, is like all we're doing here, we're just giving some ideas.
Yeah.
Don't take
Nothing
us seriously, don't take anybody else seriously. You just take the ideas and you
except Alex
some of them
Jones. I would take Alex Jones really seriously because he did predict 9/11
true.
and he knew it was gonna happen. And also he fooled everybody. He was a comedian for like 10 years and then switched up. But yeah, nothing's set in stone here. We don't know what's going on. We know as much as you do.
Yeah,
Just take it at that. All right. I'm gonna bring stuff up. You can get into it if you want to, but you don't have to. I think that's like a lot of people are losing like their I don't know what it's called, but uh they're not taking responsibility for their actions,
true.
which is like
That actually
a
was the
crucial part of society is taking responsibility for your actions. That's like the most
that
human thing you could do right now.
I feel like that was the whole Alex Jones thing too. It's like he was like, "Yeah, Sadie Hook might be fake," and then
Yeah.
like some old lady and that was like schizophrenic went and harassed the families, and then he got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
everybody has to be responsible for their own thing.
by proxy, it was my fault. But it's at the same time, it's not like it's different because if
At the
We're
same time, it's like, did Sandy Hook actually happen? I don't know.
yeah,
We're just asking questions.
yeah, we're just asking
These
questions.
are just ideas, guys.
But that's why we give the warning because it's not like we're telling you to go make a bomb or something and go plant it at a bank. We don't do that. Don't do that. It's bad. But like just because we tell you to do something, you don't have to do it. And we're not even telling you to do anything. We're just saying
Mm,
what's kind of working for us.
yeah.
But Sandy Hook, I don't know. I wasn't there,
Yeah, me
you know.
neither.
Nothing's set in stone.
Uh, let's
I
see.
got one. I got one. The president, we should talk about the president maybe.
Oh
And
yeah,
Trump stock. People like getting rich off of Trump stock.
yeah.
That's
I didn't get rich off of it. I decided to sell it, but I might rebuy later.
so Kennedy's assassination was way less sloppy than this one, I think.
Yeah,
That one is still talked about today and widely believed that the CIA had nothing to do with it. So if the CIA wants to stand any chance against these allegations, they really should have done a better job at this one.
yeah,
Because I don't know, dude. This is something me and my dad were talking about, and I'd say he's more of a patriot researcher than I am. He's really gets he gets into the news and he understands what's going on. But even he was like, "Oh yeah, dude, the CIA definitely had something to do with this." Because of his reason was the lack of police or National Guard.
yeah.
And what was the chick's name? She was like the chief of police or something, or like
Oh,
head of
I don't
security.
know, but I
But
saw
she,
everybody making fun of her.
yeah, you got to do something to get made fun of. All right. And she definitely earned her harassment, I would say.
Mhm.
Because I don't know. It was a shit show. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but everything that I've heard thus far is just really fucking absurd. And if, I said if, nothing's set in stone here, but if the CIA definitely tried to do this whole shooting, they did it really sloppy.
Yeah, I always I think it's really interesting because like I have no idea what happened the more I look into it, but like all of a sudden like within like the first few days, people already think they know what happened and have
Yeah.
like some view on it that's like set.
Yeah.
And the
Like
other
you're not
thing
going
that
to
I
change
think
your
is
mind about it.
yeah, the other thing I think is interesting, um, just like the only group of people who have I know are um I don't know that they're listening, but I know that they're members of Atlantis too, and that they like some of the ideas. Are mostly most of the people who like our ideas are like mean, and
Oh, what
I feel
you
like
glitched out right there.
oh I said most of the people who like our ideas seem to be like 10 to 15, um, which I think is mostly because they don't have like as much context
Hmm.
for for the world, which is like not actually a bad thing. Like I feel like people have way too much context now and they
Hmm.
like take like they're ready to like take things at face value and be like this is what happened because of this and this and this. Whereas like if you don't also if you have like more neural plasticity and you can like look at things without as much like past bias, I feel like you can make way better decisions. Because
Yeah.
normally it gets brought up and people are like, oh, it was Biden, or like, oh, Trump did this to make himself look good or like get more popular.
Yeah.
Whereas like um
You're like outside of the
with
echo chamber.
yeah, with like a younger age group, if I pull out because usually what I do is I say, all right, I got six options for what happened. First option, lone gunman. He just goes and decides to shoot Trump. Somehow, Secret Service doesn't see a guy on on the roof with a gun when like the people in the crowd have seen him for like 10 minutes before. Somehow he gets up there and takes a couple shots. Option two is that Biden is in control like Secret Service. He either sets it up or at least lets him take the shot. Um, Option three is that Trump wants to do this to get even more popular. So he um like I think Reagan won all but one state after he got shot. Um,
Yeah.
so he sets this up. Also, when Trump came out, Trump pretty sure Trump's name came out in a bunch of Epstein documents like the same week. So there's like a reason for him to like make a distraction.
Mhm.
Um, so that's option three. So Trump stages it. Option four is that it's pro wrestling. They set it up um just to like distract people and get their perception of the world a certain way and get like the momentum shifted the way they want it.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know what that is, but option five is that we live in a dream generated by our collective consciousness, and that's why it's playing out so cinematically, is because this is your like the population subconscious like it, um
Yeah. Manifesting
act
it.
yeah manifesting, and that like the great brain like the organism is like probably gonna die off soon because it's like I don't know. You see, like the country is like founded by people on like an average age of 30, and now it's like being led by people on the verge of death. And it's like, I don't know. I always see the president as kind of like representative of where the people are at as a whole. Um, Option six is that that's all happening, but it's being manipulated by, you know, who knows, lizard people
Yeah.
probably, or
Well, yeah.
metaphorically, with somebody back there trying to get reality to shift based on people's perceptions and like steal their energy, like David Icke says.
Yeah.
But when
So-
I bring those six options out, most people are like, "Oh, it was Trump, it was Biden." But
yeah. They can't see the bigger picture.
yeah, and then like most kids will be like, "Oh, I kind of like option four, or I kind of like option three," you know.
Yeah.
And there's not as much like decisive, like, "Nope, here's what I've found that aligns with my worldview."
Mhm. People are so
Um,
biased towards everything.
yeah,
It's like if it's different, it's just wrong. I don't know.
yeah,
A lot of people like it goes back to the responsibility for your actions. A lot of people just like I don't know, kind of narcissistic now. Like that they're like people are like right all the time. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just people believe in what they believe in just a lot more and
yeah,
really want to like take it to the grave now. And it's like politics is just like it's so personal and it's just arguments and like nonsense. So that's what
yeah,
people like the like you said, the president's kind of a view of America. Like that's our mascot at
yeah,
the moment. Like
basically,
that's our spokesperson. That's the guy that we have like shake hands with Xi Jinping. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You know that bars that rhyme, but we can't just have somebody who wants to be like super obnoxious and full of themselves, which is just politicians in general. Like you gotta, if you want to be the president of the United States, you got to be kind of full of yourself.
yeah,
But that vibe gets passed down to people who are like shouldn't have that view of themselves. Nobody really should, but especially not if you just have dumbass opinions. Should you be like, but younger people, especially like I think we still have it because we're not 60 and don't have
yeah,
shit beaten into our heads by our parents.
Yeah.
as much. Um, like moving on intuition and like what feels right rather than just biased opinions
Yeah.
and like wanting to look right in front of the right people.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, like I'll notice with some people, it's like they're so far in the like in the herd still. They haven't even they like want to stay like with the same opinions as their like friends and family. Like they won't even peek out of it and they don't even know it. Like
Yeah,
it's always when you hear somebody go like it always starts with the obviously and you go, "Oh yeah, this person's deep in the herd. They're
yeah.
stuck." Like
There's
like I'll bring up Alex Jones and like kind of defend him. Somebody be like, I mean, I listened to Alex Jones once on Joe Rogan. Obviously, I think they're fucking idiots. I just wanted to check it out for a little bit. I just want to check
yeah,
it out, see what they had. Obviously, I think they're fucking idiots. Obviously, I agree with you guys, and I would never disagree with anybody.
yeah,
I'm super progressive.
yeah.
Obviously,
Obviously. I don't buy into that bullshit, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
look at me. Do you know how much this rain jacket cost? Obviously more than yours. The, that's how it is at work, dude. You can't I don't even talk about politics with anybody because I was this one guy was talking to me about like he's trying to get me to watch like anime and stuff, and he's trying to get me to watch hentai. He's like he's like there's a little he's like there's a little nudity, but you know, obviously there's like a plot to it too. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna watch it. But anyways, he started getting political and was like talking about Roe v. Wade. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk about fucking Roe v. Wade while we're working right now, dude. I haven't even had lunch yet, and you're talking about Roe v. Wade. Like I'm your fucking like this is like we're like what we're doing right now. And even on here, it's like I'm not gonna talk about Roe v. Wade.
But
I'm
obviously,
not gonna get on a
obviously,
podcast and
I'm
be like
super
pro-life.
obvious.
I'm pro-life.
Obviously, I don't think obviously I don't think that the state should be able to tell you what to do with your body. Obviously, because I'm super progressive. Obviously,
Yeah, it so
I actually
I
had somebody start doing that because like somebody
I'm
brought it up and they were like, "Yeah, it's interesting, like how these big issues work, like guns or Roe v. Wade or whatever," and they were just like talking about it without giving their opinion. Then there's always somebody that jumps in and is like, "Well, here's the way I feel, though."
yeah.
That's also the thing I've noticed is like I've been really lucky to be able to go on trips on these river trips that are like it's kind of crazy like the amount like the level of wealth that I've like I probably shouldn't like name any names or companies or anything, but it's like just to see how those people act and operate versus like regular plebs that I've been around and like
Oh, like wage cucks.
yeah. I'm gonna start using that.
If you work a 9 to 5, you're a little wage cuck.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Now, you know what? Nobody listens to this, and I think that well, that's not true, but I don't think it'll be a big deal if I mention
I don't
names
know.
or anything. I'm gonna just also don't I need to make like a fake. I work at a place called Huge. It's a pizza place. It's called Huge Pizzas. That's where I
Yeah.
work. All right.
I
Um,
I live in Burbank, California.
yeah,
I do, literally. I don't live. Yeah, I live in California.
me too.
There's some guy
I'm
tracking
moving back there.
some guy
I'm gonna
tracking
also
our
start.
IP right now.
I'm gonna also start doing that. I'm gonna get a what are those things called where they can't see where you're at or anything?
VPN?
VPNs. Yeah, I'll get a VPN. And then I'll just start making random posts. I'll like start posting on Instagram. Just just got back from Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
Just throw them off. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Oh, like I feel like that's something I've noticed about like wealthy people is they're like a lot less likely to um make like draw conclusions quickly and a lot less likely to like put their opinions out there.
Yeah.
They're more
That's
like um yeah, and they're like fine with asking a lot of questions.
that's like steps to being a successful person.
Yeah,
It's like open
because
ears, like two ears, one mouth.
yeah, yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. It's like, and like I gotta work on it more, but
Yeah, me too.
sometimes, sometimes like I feel bad for people who can't do this or like can't do that. Like there was this guy on the trip who like, listen, it's been a good run we've had on the podcast and everything. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna stay in the fight for all of us down here, but I may get invited to Bohemian Grove in 5 years, and
Hell
I
yeah.
might go hang out with the elites. But
I'm not gonna film
until
it. I will get anointed.
yeah, no, I don't think I'll actually go. But did meet a guy that's been, which I did not think would ever happen to me. Not a member, but like has been invited. Or not to like the cremation of care or anything, but just like different events through the year. But anyway, he was talking, and like someone else I work with was like, well, I just think what happened with Biden, he just realized he was too old. So he just finally realized that he dropped out. And then this other guy who like actually knows how the political system works, he's like, well, yeah, maybe. Also, maybe Nancy Pelosi told him, listen, you're fucking this up for everyone. Unless you want to go down as that guy, you're not getting any money. So drop out right now. And I like wanted to keep asking him questions about that, but then like the other guy just immediately like goes back in. It's like, all right, you just missed out on a chance to learn how things actually work. But it's kind of
Could have
interesting.
could have learned you something right there, but you chose
Yeah,
not to.
yeah. What was the other thing? Um, but yeah. Anyway,
Hell yeah.
weird stuff. I gave that guy the behold a pale white horse though, which was very
Oh,
exciting.
nice.
May have made a difference in the world. Hopefully, I left the link to seminary. Wrote down seminary podcast in it.
Wait, you
Maybe he'll
said
reach out,
what it
give his opinions.
did you just like said that to him? Behold a pale horse.
Oh
What
no,
you wrote
you
him a
know the
note?
it's William Cooper's book, Behold a Pale Horse.
No.
I like they have like a little gift exchange on the river that like one of the older guides sets up. Um, that they always do, I guess, where you like wrap something from your bag in tinfoil and like someone else grabs it. But I was like,
Nice.
I'm gonna give out this book, get the word out, and I left a little note in it, like, if you want to discuss this book, go to Seminary Podcast on Instagram. You can find all the links there. Anyway,
Nice.
he ended up taking the book, um, and he was like all excited about it. So
Hell
I would
yeah.
like to know what he
So
thinks about it.
so I've only ever heard that like just as a verse in the Bible. This guy wrote a book.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's from the verse in the Bible. William
Mhm.
Cooper. Um, he was like he was sort of like a quiet. He was like a more like thought out Alex Jones. He was like a
Okay.
former naval intelligence officer. He wrote this book in the '90s. He had a show. He had like a radio show too, but he wrote this book called Behold a Pale Horse. And anyway, I just started reading. It's pretty good. The first section, I wish I had it because honestly, one a podcast should just be like reading through that first section and like trying to decipher it because he
Yeah.
has the first section isn't even from him. It's just like this document they found in like a
Mhm.
IBM printer or something from an auction. It's called Quiet Weapons for Silent Wars, and it's about like I think it's like some Bilderberg scheme or something. But they're like, this is basically how we like control the population through like economics and propaganda. And like basically we've already been in World War IV for like 50 years. They've just been using these like they've just been using different techniques to
Yeah,
do it. But it
like proxy wars.
basically and like how
Yeah.
to really control the economy.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
That's something like I don't know. Like in this game Metal Gear Solid, they talk about that like war is just like proxy battles now,
who
where
talks
it's
about that?
what?
Who talks about that?
Is this video game Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, okay.
The guy who made him Hideo Kojima, he's just crazy and
Mm,
he likes American culture.
nice.
But he likes to make statements on wars, but he said war is just a bunch of proxy battles where it's
Hmm.
pretty much just like two groups of mercenaries like fighting just to show off that like, oh, we won this one.
Yeah.
I feel like there could be like a larger scheme to that where it's like these wars that we see going on now are just like proxy battles.
Oh, like yeah,
Like we see it as just a huge war between nations, but in the
but it's
grand
really
scheme,
like larger countries behind it.
yeah. Or not
I think
maybe
that's
not
what a
even that.
proxy war is.
Just like yeah, kind of like Sudan. How now there's like South Sudan.
Oh,
Like that was just like bigger countries owning the resources there and shit.
mm,
But I don't know exactly what I'm trying to get at. But with the quiet wars or whatever, silent wars,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just the
It's mostly like how to use the economy and like totally rig it to get people to like allow themselves to be subjugated and controlled.
dang,
But yeah.
that's
Also,
a
yeah, the way war works now is kind of weird. Because the other thing I always see that's weird, this kind of off topic, I guess, but like, is like, you know, uh, Israel will like blow up a school or whatever,
mhm.
and then Iran will be like, all right, we're gonna attack you in 2 days. And you'll see it on the news. Like they announce it before they do it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of all for like show or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what if it was such a if it was such a big deal, I think you would attack them that night and not tell anybody.
Yeah,
Because yeah. I don't know, technology has just made everything too weird now.
yeah,
But I think we're too wired. I don't know.
yeah.
War is less human now.
True.
You you ever do you think there will be a draft? We'll get drafted into the World War III.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it
I would be
because it's
pissed
like,
if a Ukrainian or a Russian dude killed me, I'd probably be really upset.
well, I'm not gonna go. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm gonna go because it's like I don't know. I'll go die if it's about some real shit, but I'm not gonna go for like just because the Zionists and the evangelicals want to fulfill the prophecy, or
Yeah.
like or like we just want some resources in Ukraine or whatever. It's
Hmm.
like that's the idea with Atlantis too. Is like, would you rather like oh they have oh I wish I had the book now because there's a section on the draft and how it like basically gets people to like accept the government which should be working for them as like something that they as like oh this is like a undeniable power that we can't do anything
Yeah.
about.
It's
um
like it's like your boss just really putting the hammer down, being like, yo, you're gonna go do this.
yeah,
I like even like World War II, people were so ready to join. the army and stuff. I don't think there's gonna be any of that now.
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be war in America because everyone's not just like, no, I don't want to go.
yeah. The thing that makes me think it might be real though is did probably like a month ago now. I think they're like we want to raise pay for the troops or whatever. And then they're like we also want to raise I don't know if they raised the age on the draft or they just made it like they just like reinforced it, but they were saying like, "Oh, this is a good thing. We're going to pay them more." But it's like, "No, I think they're just getting ready in case there's a war to like
Yeah.
get ready to draft people."
There's gonna be a war because there's white dudes in the commercials now.
I
That's how you know there's gonna be a war. For a while there, it was just women. It was Latino women and shit like that. But now that there's like white dudes in the picture, shit's getting real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Take that as you will, but
I don't
it's
know.
something I noticed, something worth bringing up.
That's another canary in the coal mine. I don't know what it's a canary for, but that's a canary that's dying.
Or they need, yeah.
Uh,
They know who they want. They know who they're,
yeah.
yeah. They know who they want
Mm.
to give the credit to when shit hits the fan.
Speaking of the draft and all that, though, in politics, I just feel like that's the idea of Atlantis too, and like people can take it seriously or not, but it's like I feel like people should uh they should want to like put effort and like believe in themselves and what they're doing uh before they like argue about politicians and like donate to them and just like
Yeah.
accept a side on whatever war is coming up. It's like you
You're
could
really
just
gonna
also
send you're really gonna send Trump 50 smackaroonies?
yeah,
How about you put
yeah,
them 50 smackaroonies into some gold or
exactly.
some silver or in your own future, not this guy's future? You think he's
And
doing
a
it for you?
and an island and the dungery of war.
Yeah. You should get some dunnery, not not anything else. Because money is like magic because it's like a spell. You know what I mean? If you put all your energy into money and like money means that I can get this and that's all your like purpose and energy and you decide so money has a huge purpose in people's lives because they rely on it for almost everything. And so
Yeah.
when you put that energy into I need this $125 so I can give it to President Donald Trump, that means you're just putting your life energy into Donald
Yeah.
Trump. And it's like you can't put your energy into the dollar sign, which is like a sigil. It's like a fucking religious sigil, dude.
Dang.
You can't just put your life energy into uh Donald Trump or donations or a new car or something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does your money really mean to you? Because money is everything. If money is not happiness, it's everything else.
Yeah.
Because
That's
what the
like
fuck?
that's a good way to put it though, because like it's like if you're giving your energy to them in money, or even if you don't like them and you just like argue about them all the time, you're also giving your time energy to them. Like you're just
Yeah.
allowing politicians and like whoever it is to just like suck away your life force when you could be like focusing it on your like
Yeah.
own self and community.
And it's like, yeah, dude, like focus on yourself. A lot of people don't mind their own business. Like mind your own business to a point where it's like you can't put energy into anything else except for, making your life and the ones you care about life positive. It's
Yeah,
I don't know. You can't like God only has power if he exists in your mind. You know what I mean?
true.
Like like
I don't know, but I kind of think about that sometimes. Like,
because it how would I have like how would I know about God and stuff if like somebody didn't tell me. And if I didn't know about it, I wouldn't really care. And if it wasn't
Yeah.
like pushed into my brain, I probably wouldn't. Maybe later in life you could, but that's still, it's like on your own validity, you decided to trust and put purpose into something. You know what I mean? Uh,
Mm,
so like if the Bible has no purpose, if anybody reads it, if nobody reads it, like it doesn't have any power. So if you're gonna put all like the collective consciousness of America wants to put its life energy into like whoever the fuck, then that person obviously gonna have a lot of power. Like if a hot chick walks in a room with 10 dudes and they're all looking at her, she obviously has a lot of power because she can fucking manipulate these people. She has their purpose now is to look cool in front of this hot chick. And so now she has the power to manipulate what they do
yeah.
because they decided to let her do that.
Mm,
So replace hot chick with president, and it's the
yeah.
exact same idea. Because
Re- re-
if
replace
you
her
replace it
with
with
the
God, if Jesus Christ walks into a room with 10 Christians, whatever he's gonna do next is probably what they're gonna be like, okay, that's fucking Jesus Christ right there. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But they believe in him so much that it's like, yeah. I guess the way I got down there was pretty obvious. Like if people believe in something, they're gonna do what it says.
Yeah.
But you got to realize like that's energy from yourself. Like that's money right there. That's like a real currency is the energy you have. And
Mm,
also like what your purpose is at the moment.
yeah.
And it's like if your life doesn't have any purpose, it's probably because you're not invested in anything with your, spiritual energy.
Mm,
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Uh,
dang.
you got to think these are all constructs created after the fact, after we started, decided not to be animals, after we decided to like make families and stuff, then all these constructs became real because the energy was there.
Yeah. Mm.
I don't know. That was kind of a rambling rant.
No, that was good. That like solidified a lot of things I hadn't really put into congruent thought. I don't know if I
Yeah.
should try to end. I don't know if I should try to add to it or we should just end it there. People to
Yeah.
people to take that in.
Hate that.
But yeah,
But yeah.
huh?
You got a lot people need to realize that they have a lot of power in everything they do. And you can decide like maybe not at the start, but you can use the energy you have to become greater or become
Yeah.
worse and waste it.
Mm. I kind of
So,
believe that though. Like whatever you believe in, you're gonna create,
mhm.
and like eventually, anyway.
Like when people say, I want to manifest this or I want to manifest that, that doesn't mean you just make a vision board and like hope that it happens.
Yeah.
Like you manifest things by believing in it so much that you have to take action. So it's
Mm.
like if like with music or the podcast, like you believe it's so good, maybe not so good, but like it's important to you enough and it gives you enough purpose that you want to invest your time and energy into it.
Yeah. And like at this point, I've accepted that this is gonna be big and it's gonna be successful.
That's
You know.
manifestation.
And
Yeah,
then now I'm actually gonna now that I've actually have that belief in it, I'm gonna be a lot more likely to put time, like real time into it and like really invest in it more.
that's what I started doing too this year with the podcast and with music. It's like you can either do it or you don't do it.
Yeah. You
But
gotta do
at
something. That's
yeah.
another thing. That's another thing. Like I really believe in this now, but like even if I didn't, it's like you gotta do something. You gotta start building up some sort of construct for yourself, or you're gonna be sucked into somebody else's, or you're just gonna
Mhm.
do nothing and get depressed, you know?
Exactly.
But oh, I
And
don't know if that really ties in, but something I've um still been reading that Book of Five Rings, Miyamoto Musashi, but he
mhm.
he talks about like there's a rhythm to everything, and like um you either recognize the rhythm, like you either recognize the cycles of, business or politics or fighting or whatever it
Yeah.
is, or you become a part of it. Like if you can't recognize and separate yourself from it, then you'll just be a part of it and like be used by it.
Yeah, dude, you can either get red pilled or blue pilled.
Yeah,
Once your eye is open, you have a choice. But that's a good quote. I really need to read. You've been reading some pretty good books I need to get into because they're all like the ones you should read.
yeah.
But I did a lot
um
of research on Aleister Crowley though.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, also
Do you know what
like
we should just have a podcast, like I'm gonna read the book of the law again and some more research on that type of stuff. We should just the next one we should like just focus on that.
yeah.
Because
That just read like a chapter or a couple pages and just like dissect it.
yeah,
That would be cool. That would give it a lot of structure.
that's even something I was thinking about doing with like all the podcasts, is like have a conversation, but like also have like a little like reading at the end or something, people to
Yeah.
think about.
That I like that when you did that in the Aeon of How to Profit in the Aeon of Horus.
Oh,
You're like just
oh
gonna
yeah,
end
I
this
did do
one
some
off with a
readings in
little
there.
little book of the law. Like you read like the intro to it.
Yeah, honestly, that one was worth reading again because it seems kind of prophesizing or like predictive. I don't know what
A
the term
little
was.
it's like some people don't remember, but it's said in like the first page is like do what thou wilt, and that shall be the whole of the law.
Yeah.
If you read any like religious text, it's like do what you want. Like uh
Hmm.
not really that as much, but it's like not do whatever you want, but you gotta self-actualize. Like you gotta take the steps. That's why when the painting of God and David, God's not reaching out to David, he's just putting his arm out. David's the one that has to like flex his finger to touch God. Like you have to
Yeah.
be like you could believe in some all you want, but
Uh,
you have to take the steps.
yeah.
Like we'll put an arm out, but you have to reach for it. That's what the
Mm.
podcast. Like I'm like we can put our arm out to you all you want, but you're the one that has to reach back and decide to build the bomb if we tell you to. But we're never gonna do that. Don't build a bomb. Don't blow up the public library.
This is gonna be so bad when we're actually in a lawsuit with the federal government
Oh yeah. I'll take it back down to a
or
state
whatever it
level.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on
Just so everyone knows we're joking. We're joking.
I
Everything
just said
here.
I just said do not blow up the public library.
Yeah,
I said don't. All right. So if somebody decides to do it, they didn't heed my advice.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but everything we say is a joke. I didn't mean any of this. This is all satire.
Yeah.
None of this is real. But this isn't even me right now. This is a deep fake.
Kind of looks like a deep fake.
I
You
just
don't
I realized that
That's
too because
another
I just
thing.
looked at
That's
my
another thing for
face.
everybody to think about. You don't know. You don't know about any of this. You don't know if we're serious. You don't know if it's satire. You don't know if it's a deep fake. You don't know if
Yeah.
this was recorded 2 months ago. You don't know if I'm actually if you're actually in. Wait, where do you live at, Anthony?
Burbank.
Burbank. Yeah, that's right. You just don't know anymore.
Yeah, because it's can't nothing's set in stone here, guys. And it's
Oh, I
like
shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been worried about that. I think that's actually fine. But
if you can't tell if we're joking, you probably shouldn't be on our Bandcamp page.
yeah.
So log off.
I just like to stay paranoid for the future in case Atlantis 2 gets too big and then all of a sudden there's like a clip that just says blow up the public library.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And then
like
then you just see that on the news and they're like this cult terrorists, you
it's
know.
gonna be like a 1 second clip with no visual. Just blow up the library.
Yeah.
Eh, whatever.
The the news is desperate for terrorism and racism right now, you know? Like remember
That
remember the New York Post when they came all the way to Salmon, Idaho to get some racism?
oh my God.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, dude. I'm so ashamed. I'm so sh I'm so ashamed, dude. I can't I'm like, oh my God, dude. I feel so terrible that that happened.
I think it was meant to happen.
It
I
was
feel like we're in a simulation. I'm leaning more towards that.
I feel like it was super woke. Like it needed to happen. Like it was like this will end all racism right here, right now.
It might have. I
It
feel
could
like
have.
everyone thought it was funny
That would be like a Boondocks
until it was
episode.
shared with the rest of the world.
Yeah, everyone in our little town thought it was pretty cool. No, dude, the reason they did it is to show that we're all equal. There's a child of every race in that picture.
What was there?
No, dude, what do you think?
No, no, there wasn't. I know, I've seen the picture.
Ah,
Oh,
shit. I
yeah.
that was my 9/11.
What?
That dude, the day I got that link, that was my 9/11. That like I that made me so like sad and angry.
Really?
No, not like to the extent I'm saying right now, but I was just so disappointed. I was disappointed. I wasn't mad, I was just disappointed.
Who all was in that picture? It was Chrissy. Then it
Let
was
me go
like
get
Dylan Morton.
yeah, say his full name.
I don't know. I can't remember
I'll
who
go
it
get the
was, so I'm
yearbook,
not
dude.
gonna say it.
I'll go get the yearbook, dude, so we can say their full name and show a picture of them.
Yeah.
Cancel this
Hey,
guy
hey,
now.
you. Yeah. Just let's just start canceling regular people.
Yeah. Let's cancel somebody every week, dude.
Yeah. Um, but it's like seriously, you put up you know, you give kids all Scrabble letters or whatever they were doing at school. Somebody's gonna spell the N word. What do you expect? Come
What do
on.
you expect? It's human.
Yeah. It's in human nature.
It's a very human design.
It's like when you see a really fat person, you think about the end times and you think you get a little aggressive. You think about eating them. It's human nature. It's not something good. It's not something good, but everybody has it.
It's
The N word. It's right there. You think about it.
it is what it is, you know? At the end of the day, what am I gonna do about it?
Eventually, in Atlantis too, I don't think racial slurs will really matter because we're just
Yeah.
starting fresh. We'll be past that. It'll be
I
like Goodwill. It'll be like anybody who works here can say the N word.
yeah. I don't
I
think I
worked
think
at
people
Goodwill one time. They didn't care. I never said it, but like there was just a conversation going about like Brittany Griner and like
oh,
politics and whatever was going on.
is
But
that the
then there was
white
just
lady
a
that's really good at basketball? Oh no, that's the
no,
lesbian that
she's
got
the
deported.
no, she's the tranny. Um,
Brittany Griner? I thought that was the
apparently,
I thought that was that lesbian basketball player that got stuck in Ukraine
yeah, that was her.
or like Russia for her weed pen.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, yeah, she can't say it. We traded
But
in the fucking the martyr of death or whatever the fuck.
the immersion of death.
Yeah, the merchant of death for her. She got
But
her N-word card revoked.
yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
they were talking about I think that they were like talking about that, something else. I don't know how it came up. But anyway, they're all using it. then all of a sudden they're just the white guy in the conversation just drops it. And then I like expected something to happen. And the conversation just kept going. And they're like, oh, and then I realized I was like, oh, nobody cares. We all work at Goodwill. We're
Yeah.
sorting trash, you know?
We got see Atlantis too will be the same thing. We're gonna have to filter out the trash, and so nobody's gonna care.
Yeah.
I don't even think it'll be on anybody's mind. If it happens, it just happens. But no one's gonna make a big fuss.
Yeah. What else? What else? I feel like I almost remember something to say, and it slips past me. It's all right. It happens.
It happens.
But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, oh, that's what we were talking about. The N word at school. Not the N word at school, but the N word at school. You know what I'm talking.
People
You know what I'm saying.
saying the N word at
People
school.
saying the N word. People spelling the N word at school.
Yeah. As I don't
We don't have a problem with N words at school. Not that we would call them N words. You know,
yeah.
not
No.
at school or not anywhere. Obviously,
You
obviously,
just
right? We
obviously
somebody spelled it.
obviously.
It was probably an accident. Obviously,
So obviously Rowan's anti-integration. No, I'm
one of
kidding.
the
No, I'm
oh
playing. No, I'm playing. Rowan loves integration. Um,
um oh, this is a good one. This is a good one to end the podcast on. This is a all right, one of the older guides. I won't name him and I won't say the town, but or one of the older guys that works at the pizza place. He's a teacher, or he used to be a teacher for a long time, but he like subs now.
mhm.
He has all these pranks. He might have the best pranks of anybody I know.
Okay.
And a lot of them don't make sense, which kind of makes him better. Um, he has one where he'll like make you a drink, then you look in it, and then there's his dad's old dentures are in it. Um,
That's just gross. Is his dad there with him?
no, he passed away. They used to be
Okay, that's
friends,
even weirder.
but now they're just drink dentures, which is better, I think. Um, oh, the other one he has it's pretty good. He puts like a piece of conduit or whatever with a power outlet on the end. He just sticks it into the sand. Then he just waits for people to come plug their phones into it, and just falls over in the sand. It's like out in the middle of the woods, you know. um, but anyway, he's like, "All right, if you kids are good, I'm gonna hypnotize somebody at the end of class, at the end of this week." So I don't know if I don't think he actually hypnotized her. She's thought she was in on the prank, but he had like a propane torch or something. I don't know how it works. Turns the turns it like way down, so it just leaves like black, like soot or whatever, all over the inside of a bowl. And
Mhm.
then he's like, "All right," he turns the lights off, and he's like, "Do exactly as I do." And like, so she starts doing it, and like getting the inside of the bowl and like rubbing it on her face. And then they turn the lights on, and like, you know, they thought it was gonna be all this crazy hypnotism stuff, and there's just a kid in blackface in the front of the class.
And then he takes a picture and uploads it to Twitter
Yeah,
and
no.
cancels his child.
Thankfully, probably he's keeping it as blackmail. Gonna send it to the New York Post.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love seeing those black and white photos of celebrities in blackface. They're
Oh
like,
yeah, or
what?
like
They're like, what?
Justin Trudeau. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, that one's just fucked up.
I think he might be like that's like Indian, isn't he? Isn't he like so what do they call him? There's like black Indians. I think that's what he is. So I don't. Maybe it
I don't
doesn't
know.
count. Maybe it doesn't count.
I just know Kamala Harris is not black. Like everyone thought. Everyone just assumed. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. She's
Mhm.
black.
Well, she talks like it now. Have you
Girl,
ever seen
girl, you
it?
know I'm out here in these streets.
Did she say that?
Yeah. unlike a political ad.
But she's like totally code switched now. She's like, yeah, we gonna win this thing, you
Yeah,
know?
we going. I had a one time I had to make so many collard greens. She was talking about how she had to cook so many collard greens for people. And she said she tried to lie, dude. She said that back in the 80s she was smoking weed, listening to Snoop Dogg and Tupac. And she said in the 80s, and
Yeah,
Tupac and Snoop Dogg didn't come out till the 90s. So I guess Kamala Harris is so black that she had Tupac's old tapes from when he was way younger, and Snoop Dogg's too.
yeah.
They're just listening to that. Kamala Harris is not a good person, guys, in my
Oh yeah.
opinion.
Cause she's like, yeah, I'm so cool and black and like I used to smoke weed, listen to Tupac and Snoop Dogg, and I had
She's
the
like
highest.
speaking Ebonics now.
Yeah. She's
She's
like,
like,
what? She was like a prosecutor or something, right? And
yeah,
she's
she
like,
had the highest
she's
conviction
like,
rate
I
of
got, I'm cool and I got the highest rate for incarceration of black people for weed in the state of California. That was back
anyways.
then. But yeah.
Anyways, here's Megan the Stallion. I talked about that in the solo cast that I did. Dude, I'll try to send you the video and like clips and you could just
Oh
kind of
yeah,
piece it
I'll put it
together.
up.
But I just couldn't send it. I couldn't export it off of anything because it was such a big file.
Yeah. It's the
But
problem I've been having.
um I talked about that. It was like queer baiting, like pretending to be gay to get
Yeah.
like views and stuff. And I was like, you probably shouldn't do that. That's I don't know, but like pretending to be something you're not is not a good idea. It
Yeah.
usually doesn't end well.
Because I don't
I,
know.
in any situation, if you're pretending to be someone that you're not, it usually doesn't end well. But
Yeah.
especially if you're trying to pretend to be black and be the president of the United States, I think that especially ends terrible because it didn't end well for Bud Light. I think Bud Light was like, no, we're gay. It wasn't like we support gay people. Bud Light was like, no, we're freaking gay, dude. But
I also wonder about Bud Light. This is kind of off topic, but if that was just like a thing just to get their stock to go down so they could buy it back up.
yeah,
Just like a little scheme, like, oh, let's be gay for a little bit, let's tank this thing, then we'll sign Kid Rock and Shane Gillis on to be like our spokespersons.
yeah. And then June's over and they're like, it's a joke, guys. We were playing. We were kidding.
Yeah.
That's like a music artist thing to do. Is one some rappers they go from just black, they're like a white rapper. A white rapper will just go from black to a full white guy. They'll go from like geeked up white boy to farm fresh country white boy. Post Malone did it. I just
Mhm.
saw on Apple Music Post Malone, whose like first single was White Iverson and biggest hit was Rockstar, which got a 21 Savage remix, which was huge. Those are both rap songs. He's got like five more that were just huge when they first came out. Beer Bongs and Bentleys was not a country album, it was a rap album for one. And now he is the like a new country hits today is Post
Mhm.
Malone was on the front and he just made a song with Tay Sway, Taylor Swift. And
Mhm.
so it's like there's other rappers that have done it before, but and then there's the other half that are just like nah, like pretending to be gay and they're like not really not. Or pretending to be straight and really being gay, like Meek Mill and Diddy
Yeah.
and
I pray
Birdman.
I pray God forgive us for what me and Diddy did.
Dude, I'd say I said Birdman, but I don't even think he's gay. I think he's just like institutionalized.
What do you
That's
mean
just that's
institutionalized?
just how he gets down. He's like a booty warrior. He went in.
Oh, he's just dominating.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
like
power
it's like
play.
how it's like
It's like
how bighorn sheep, like they have like one time of the year where like all the males just hang out and then like the most dominant ones will just like get gay. I'm pretty sure that's who Birdman is.
yeah, you got to be Birdman's gimp.
Yeah.
But I just, it's the same. It's like wearing fake shoes.
Yeah.
You can't just wear fake shoes and pretend they're
So,
real. Because then when people find out they're fake, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be like, "You're a fucking poser."
yeah. I gotta look
So
into the Kamala Harris thing though, because it's like, how much is she even that? I don't
she
even know
owned
if she is black that much.
like I think like her great grandfather or something, probably later back
Okay.
than that, owned like owned like 600 slaves or something stupid in Jamaica. They like he like owned the most slaves in Jamaica or something
Yeah.
stupid. But
And
I don't
then
know.
Obama, people like most people don't know Obama's half white too.
Yeah, most people don't know Tiger Woods is half Asian. Actually,
Yeah.
that I don't know why I brought that up, but the whole thing with Obama with Barry, Barack Obama, call him Barry.
Oh yeah.
Barry with the whole birth certificate thing, that was that was just racist. That was just like, no, we hated this guy already. Now we got this. That was
Yeah.
just racist. I don't know.
I don't know.
Then he wrote that
Oh,
letter to his brother and it was like kind of gay.
have
It
you
was like
seen
a
like his brother goes at him now, and his brother like called him a fag on Twitter and stuff. And
no.
Malik Obama is like a huge Trump supporter now, and they like hate each other.
Oh, he's like the Uncle Ruckus to Obama's Huey.
Basically. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
This country's
well,
history is absurd in its own special way. Let's end it on that.
yeah.
May you live in interesting times.
Oh, wait, what I want to go back to though, really quick, we should end it on that, but uh,
Go
was
ahead.
like when we were talking, you were talking about like all these like rappers and stuff like switching over. It's like I feel like nothing's genuine anymore. People are just like hopping on whatever like gets them popular and like money. Like if you want
Yeah.
to find like real music, it's like still like only Ice-T is like making real music that's like talking about the issues.
Yeah. Everyone now is
Everybody
just like
should
the
everybody should
easiest
go
beat.
listen to Young and Pimpin', Natty El Toro, Outside Collective, and Fuck What You Heard by Body Count.
Yeah.
Have you heard that song?
I don't know. Ah, maybe.
I'll send it to you. It's like I didn't know they were making music anymore. It's like
So
this is what we need to be making. This
we
is
need to be listening to
real
uh
shit.
America's Most Wanted. We got to be listening to West Side Connection. We need Ice-T and Ice Cube and NWA. These are all three people that you should really be getting down with right now.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, Ice-T's been keeping it real since before SVU. Yeah. I hate music that comes out today.
Yeah.
Even pop music is bad. Like, well, everyone always knew pop music was bad, but even now it's like even faker. It's even worse.
Yeah.
It's because of TikTok, dude.
Oh, true. Mm.
Anyways, I don't know. I can't think of any. Let's get a little end momentum.
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get a rant for the end. Um, I don't really know if I got anything. We just gotta everybody out there stay stay focused, stay questioning
Stay
of
upset.
everything.
Stay upset. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
stay
I don't know
fucking.
why you're sleeping in. I don't know why you're not getting up in the morning and doing what you need to do. I
We
don't know why
wake
the
up in
fuck.
fucking
Go to
war mode
work.
every
Go to
single
work.
day. All right,
Go to
wake
work.
wake up and remember that you're being fucked over by people who
Yeah.
don't care about you and are trying to suck out your life energy. And then you go, what do we need to do? Maybe we need to build the glorious future of Atlantis 2 ourselves. All right.
Facts.
And then you
Facts.
go to Seminary podcast on Instagram, and there'll be a link there to our Discord, which we're is
Mm-hmm.
in the works. It's going to be there. It's not might not be totally set up yet. You can be a part of that. You can be a part of organizing the Discord. You can be a citizen, not only a citizen, but a member and a real functioning part of the glorious future.
Get a job, get your bands up, get your money. Don't talk to these fucking idiots. They don't know what's going on. All right. They don't know you. They don't need to, motherfucker. You're on a higher plane of consciousness right now. What are you gonna do? Sit around all day and scratch your fucking balls? Get the fuck up, get out of bed, get on your feet. Don't act like a little bitch. It is what it is. Atlantis 2 is coming. Fuck everything you know that isn't on seminary Instagram right now. We're listening to the podcast. We're keeping it real. We're getting down. We're always gonna get down because we're motherfuckers. And we're gonna take over this goddamn country one day. But it all starts with your ass. Quit acting like a little punk and get the fuck up, get your money right, and give it to us. We'll keep you
there,
straight.
there we go.
Keeping it
We
real
gotta
since before you even in your dad. Get out of here.
take control. Let's do this. Atlantis 2 forever. God
Victory.
bless.
Victory.
Victory. Wait. No, this is Atlantis 2 right here.
Atlantis 2.
There we go. Forever.
Back of the bone, cocksucker.
Bam.